We spend a lot of time in our lessons here at the studio working on music theory because it's such a foundational part to reading music effectively. We look both at the notes themselves and translating them into letters, which then translate into keys or strings, but we also work on looking at the distance between the notes and whether the notes are moving up or down, because being fluent in both of those things helps make our students into the best readers. Furthermore, we work a little bit on chord recognition, which is basically playing 3 or more notes in one hand, so identifying them as a group, and working on something called triad vocabulary, which is understanding that certain letters in the musical alphabet go together more often than others. And we work on scales, which are basically little pieces of note series that go up or down, separated by the same distance, like our C major scale. Being able to recognize these patterns effectively in the music helps us to be stronger readers. It's kind of like when you go to school and you're learning how to read, you want to be able to do phoneme segmentation, which is basically you're like breaking down the words and sounding them out, but you also want certain sight words like the and girl, for example, that you would see often in your books to prevent you from becoming too frustrated or reading to be too slow. So if we think about our sight words in music being like our chords, which are certain 3-note groupings that tend to be more frequent than others, and our scales, which are certain groups of 12 notes, sometimes pieces of those scales, and other such patterns as being like our sight words that we can recognize in a chunk, combined with also seeing and recognizing notes by themselves and translating them into letters and keys. That is the most effective way to read music and to become faster at playing. Furthermore, in lessons, we focus a lot on sight reading, which is basically playing the songs without having practiced them before so that the kids can get a little bit faster with their reading and playing skills. But we also work on playing and perfecting songs that they want to do for performances.